I started my career in law about 7 years from now, and I work at Justicia Legal as a senior in-house associate. Well, I beg to differ on that. I indeed agree that there are a lot of cases that are pending. The judiciary needs to enhance their working skill. It's a little old school method. The laws in India have a little bit of a flexibility rate which is lower compared to the other courts. But again, considering that the kind of crimes and the amount of cases the courts of law are burdened with, it hardly is of any help to look at the paler side. We rather look at the brighter side, that we have some judgments which are like helpful for most of the people. And yes, it's trying. It'll take some time because the judiciary needs to kind of work a little more timely and a little more in the direction that they kind of end up handling cases in a better way. So yes, the crime rate, once it's reduced, the cases itself will reduce, and then maybe we can see a brighter side of it. Legal literacy is a means of educating people in the terms of awareness. Today when we see a layman is not very well versed with his set of rights, his set of duties, his duties towards the government, as well as his rights in law. So there are most of the times cases which we come across wherein we realize that a layman is not well versed, and then he ends up signing documents without verifying them. So when you have lack of legal literacy, you end up in problems like those. And probably that is one reason why we have a lot of cases, and we can reduce them by having more of social awareness and legal literacy programs for the people who are not aware of their own rights. Maybe that can help reduce the burden of the courts as well. The legal literacy goals are something which are not standardized for each one of them. You have your own goals and objectives, but we look forward to promote more of awareness regarding the law to the laymen so that they do not end up committing blunders. The thing is that generally we have cases wherein it's based on trust, but then in the end it goes kaput, and then you end up having cases whereby a brother is not in favor of another brother. Probably in a family or in friends, you give a friendly loan to somebody, and then they don't end up paying the principal amount, and the other party is not even aware of their rights. So when things like these happen, it's just that you need them to be more aware about their rights, that although we do not discourage any kind of trust between family or friends, it's just that we want things that to happen more legally, so that you are legally bound and you can have access to legal remedies when you fall into a mess, and when you want to take action against the person who's duped you. So basically it's just about being more aware about your roles and responsibilities as a citizen. In India, if we see the growth rate or the educational literacy rate is comparatively lower than other countries. India is still a developing nation. So when you consider that aspect, we have a lot of people who are not aware and who need education related to law in order to help themselves lead a better life. So for India, at least as a developing nation, the need for literacy, legal literacy rather, is a must. I would say it's a necessity. It's not something which could be sidelined or which could be taken care of at a later stage, because by the time they realize they're already in such big blunders that it's difficult to pull them out of it. And probably we can avoid the huge stack of cases in the courts if people are more aware and people are more concerned of their own rights. In individual capacities, the youth can start investing or probably contributing a little bit of their time towards these kind of programs. If they want to do it in their individual capacity, yes, they can do it. Maybe go and help a stock of people, or maybe they can go and educate a group of people. You can have seminars in societies where you can impart knowledge. The youth, as in maybe law students who are still learning about it, or practitioners who are young and energetic, and they can, apart from their busy schedules, contribute some of their time for such activities. Apart from that, there are possibilities of legal aid centers or law firms, which may be a little rare to find, but yes, they still exist. So law firms which do legal aid programs like these, they can join hands with them and help them educate the society. So these are a few initiatives. Of course, there are better ways to deal with it, but these are just a few initiatives which the youth can take, and probably this can help bring about at least a little change.